Good day, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital and welcome to a new episode here in the Trading Education Week. In this video, we will talk about order book depth. What is it? How can you use that? Is it very useful? What are the main platforms where you can use it and where it actually works best? That's what we'll talk about. Order book depth is something I talk about quite frequently when I talk about the fundamentals for Bitcoin. It helps me a lot with decision making. It also helps me a lot with bias. Should I be bullish on Bitcoin? Should I be bearish on Bitcoin? Which obviously has a massive amount of pros as well when we're talking about altcoins, since most altcoins still move together with Bitcoin to a large extent. Now, we will first talk about what order book depth is. I think most of you already do know this. I mean, an order book is basically how a crypto trades on a lot of venues, right? So most centralized exchanges have an order book, and that order book is just filled with limit orders, okay? So people want to bid, aka buy a certain crypto at a certain price. They fill that in, they set a limit order, and that goes to the order book. But on the other side, it's also true. People want to sell a specific crypto at a specific price. That's called the ask side. You have the bid side, buy, ask side, sell. And then you have all of those orders to both sides. That's the order book. And then the order book depth is basically how many sell orders you have at which prices and how many buy orders you have and at which prices. Now, there's multiple ways you can how you can actually see this. I'm using the coin glass chart right now, which I will show you real quick how to get that. You just go to coin glass right here. Then there's a tab that says super charts. You don't click that, but you hover over it. Then it will give you the option to pick supercharts, and that brings you to this screen. And then what you want to do is you want to head over to to indicators. And then there's multiple things you can add, but for now we are going to add aggregated futures bid and ask, which is the order book basically. And then we're going to add the aggregated futures bid and ask delta, which in my opinion better shows the order book depth. You can do the same with spot. Okay, so you can also grab aggregated spot bid and ask delta and aggregated spot bid and ask. There's a ton of ways you can use that in different ways than the methods we will talk about in this video. That's for a later video, okay? But there is value in comparing the futures order book and the spot order book for sure. But that is a topic that would take a very long time to fully explore and to explain. So in this video, we will talk mostly about futures, the futures order book, which generally, very often, not always, but generally. The futures bid and ask order book is similar to the spot bid and ask order book. But okay, so this is the full order book. This is the aggregated futures bid and ask. So here you can see all of these. So then what you usually do is you pick a depth. Okay, so this is basically, so now it shows the orders 2 percentage points above the current price and 2 percentage points under the current price. If we wouldn't do that, this would be a far too large number, and it's also less relevant. We want to know the orders that are very close to the price. Those will influence price, not too far away. These are all the orders. We're going to delete this, okay? Because what makes much more sense is to use the delta. Okay, so the delta is the difference between bid and ask. Let me quickly refresh my camera. So if this is green, that means there are more bid orders, so more buy orders than sell orders. That doesn't mean there are no sell orders. They are there. It just means that there are more, right? So generally, if this is red, that means that there are more sell orders nearby, again, within 2% of the price. If it's green, that means that there are more buy orders. Now, you might say, well, green then is always bullish, right? Because that means that we have more buy orders. Not necessarily, okay? So let's talk about how to actually use this. And generally, the idea behind it is that sometimes, like every time the price falls, the order book depth actually becomes more positive because sellers are more aggressive. If sellers are more aggressive, price usually pushes down. Okay, but if sellers are more aggressive, they are selling through market orders, and market orders are not in the order book. Okay, those are taking orders away from the order book. So what you can see is that when the price aggressively pushes down, that actually that's actually not necessarily reflected in the order book, or at the very least, it's reflected as a bid delta. Okay, as more bids than ask orders, sell orders. which in this case is not always a good thing. Now, there's a couple of things. So first of all, if you just take into account the entire order book, bid and ask, the chart that we just had, the wider that is, the higher the liquidity. The higher the liquidity, the less volatility. So that's one way you can use this. Outside of that, how you can also use this is that, okay, we know that when the order book delta is green, it usually means that the price is dropping. When it is red, it usually means that the price is rallying, right? So that the buyers are in control when it's red, the delta, the sellers are in control when it's green. So sometimes what you can see is that, okay, it is red right here. So this example is the 29th of December. It's red, but the price keeps pushing up. And we keep having an order book, an ask delta right here, but the price keeps rallying up. So what that means is that there are more ask orders than bid orders. Price is still pushing up. What's happening? We have aggressive buyers, right? So that is to a certain extent absorption. It is not absorption in a traditional way, but that is one of the key ways you can use order book depth to see which of the two sides, so either buyers or sellers, is in control and is more aggressive, right? And you want aggressive buyers. If you have aggressive buyers, price usually goes up. Now, a second way that I wanted to show you how you can use this is actually to identify major support and resistance levels. And there is a caveat to this, but okay. We go to a different platform that I have told you about before, and that is kiyotaka.ai. KIYOTAKA.ai. You go to the charts there and you put an indicator on the chart that is called aggregated order book heat map. Now you will recognize this. We have a chart, but you actually have major areas or major sell orders and buy orders on the chart. Okay, so that is what you can see right here. If it's yellow, it's very high. Green is medium, and I think purple is purple is actually relatively the same. No, purple is, so it's purple, green, and then yellow. And now you can see where major limit orders are sitting in the order book. And it's aggregated, so this is most exchanges bundled together. Now, using this, you can identify where key resistance levels and where key support levels are. So 85,000 makes sense, 91,200 makes sense, 90,000 right here, the previous high, psychological level, makes sense. So you can identify levels, but that doesn't mean, I mean, what you might say is that, okay, well, once we rally into that level, there's a major limit order there, I should sell, I should short. Don't do that, okay? Because even though this is a great way to actually identify key levels, also for the future, right? So not only for right now, but you can write them down, and then later when the price is trending, you know that previously a lot of orders were there, so you know that we might get a reaction. But the thing is that these are just limit orders. These can be deleted the moment price gets there. It's called spoofing. It's actually illegal, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. So never trust these, never set limit orders based just because of that. But it's an amazing way to actually use the order book depth or the order book in general right now to find key areas that you need to watch, both close to the price, but also, as you can see, a little bit lower, right here at 81, 82,000. So those are some general ways to use the order book depth and the order book in trading, and generally what it is. Hopefully it was valuable to all of you, but for now that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.